Storm fans, welcome to this edition of Storm Sounds. Today we are joined by head baseball coach Brian McGee, and we're here to preview the 2011 baseball season. Brian, thanks for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
If you could tell us a little bit about your team outlook.
Expectation for the season is first year into conference play is to really get in there and compete at a high level. Hopefully shoot for that conference postseason at the end of the year is definitely the expectation of the team. I think that this year there's definitely going to be some learning curve involved with going into conference play and how to compete on a day-in and day-out basis and how important that is. But in the grand scheme of things, I think the guys are ready and we're excited about conference play with the season itself.
So you mentioned joining the GLIAC here in our first season. What do you think are going to be some of the differences between the non-conference schedule you played last year and now having a full GLIAC schedule?
Well, I think it's going to boast very, very well for us. In years past, we've been playing an independent schedule, so the games have been inconsistent as far as from week to week. As far as are we playing on Tuesday, or are we playing on Thursday, is it a Wednesday, Friday this week, etc. So this year, now that we're in that conference format, we've got that set schedule where I think I can better control the pitching staff. We won't have to go as deep into the bullpen. Once we start conference games, we're basically playing nothing but conference, so it's just 2 on Wednesday and then a 4-game set on the weekend. So I think, pitching numbers are going to get a lot better as a result of it. We're going to get a lot better performances, not to have to go as deep into the bullpen as we have in the past and so forth. And I think the other thing with the conference is one of the challenging things is the chance to win the conference, and I think that that'll be a motivational tool for us to use that we haven't had the last couple of years to keep the guys focused on what it is we're trying to do and what it is we're trying to accomplish at the end of the year. So I'm excited about that piece to the puzzle too.
I know you've made it a point to keep a strong non-conference schedule as well. What are some of the highlights of that schedule this year?
As far as non-conference goes, we've got foes such as Toledo, University of Toledo, Division I school, Mercyhurst in Erie, PA, who's only about an hour to an hour and a half away, and they're always regionally ranked, which makes for a good friendly rivalry we do every year. Notre Dame College is on the schedule again, another growing program. Coach has done a great job over there. I'm sure there's some others that I'm leaving off there, especially on that spring trip with St. Leo and Flagler and some others. It's going to boast for a very good non-conference schedule.
So considering the strong non-conference schedule and then entering the GLIAC, have you set forth any team goals as far as what would be a successful season, or is there certain things you're looking to accomplish this year?
There's things that we want to do with our game and certain philosophies that we've taken on both offensively and defensively. But, the ultimate team goal is to be playing in the postseason at the end of the year. 4 of the top 10 teams in the conference will get in. I feel we're one of those teams that is capable of getting in, and that's where I expect the team to be, and that's where we're focused.
You have several standout players returning. One in particular has kind of stood out over the last year. That's junior shortstop Ryan Rua. Can you tell me a little bit about what has happened for him the past year?
Yeah, well, things have really platooned for Ryan as far as college and professional baseball opportunities go. He played in the prestigious Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, in the Great Lakes League Conference in the summertime. Great conference, a lot of Division I players is primarily made of, and had a great year with the Hamilton Joes, won the All-Star MVP, was first-team All-League player, and I think that's when things started to even escalate even further from what he built on his first 2 seasons in the Springs with Lake Erie College. But a lot of things have changed. We've got major league teams actually coming out and attending practices, showing up for winter workouts, wanting to put him through their own type of special workouts, and really doing a lot of evaluation with him. So I know there's been a lot of pressure to go along with that. So very, very well, very mature, determined, and tough individual, and I think that'll help him get to the next level.
And then finally, who are some other players that you think are poised to have a big season in 2011?
Well, obviously I'll talk about my 2 seniors first. Nick Lubbock is an absolute beast behind the plate. One of the best defensive catchers I've ever played with, coached. Coach Schmitz, he's one of the best out there. Offensively, he's going to continue to do lineup. Brandon James is one of the most decorated players in Lake Erie College's history. ECAC All-Star last year, first team. All-Region Midwest, first team NCAA. Brandon's been the starting left fielder since his freshman year, and one of the best athletes on campus, being a two-sport athlete here and one of the leading receivers on the football team too. So those two guys are very special. And then we've got returners such as Matt Toth, Zach Mosspark, Cody Blood, Matt Manning, Mike Morgan, Jay Leaworthy. A lot of guys from a positional standpoint that are going to be able to help us out. Incoming transfer, Brian Cacique from Venezuela is going to do a lot for us in a role-playing situation there. And then, our arms, I think that's probably the nicest thing about this year. We're going to see rising in our arms this year. We had 3 wonderful freshmen, Frank Killick, Brett Whaley, and DJ Stasny, who I think had exceptional falls and good springs. And then, get matched up with our he's absolutely dynamite last year and looks to be on track to have another great season this year. And then, some of the other starters followed up there are Logan Nordquist, a sophomore, and then 2 juniors, and Glenn Stewart and Mike Backus. So a lot of good depth within the bullpen this year, too. J.D. Ingles is going to have a big breakout year for us. So we're very excited from the defensive and pitching standpoint of our team this year.
Well, Brian, thanks for joining us today, and best of luck in the 2011 season.
Okay, thank you.